All right. Oh, hey, hello, hello. Hey guys, we're back to another episode of They Ain't Your Friends podcast. We missed a week or 2 weeks.
Just one.
Just one week. Because we were just like, we just ain't having it in us.
I think what it said, 51st dates, Groundhog Day.
Yeah, we were just like, we gonna talk, but we just ain't got it in us. And so we are meeting this week. This week has been super heavy. We're not gonna like dwell in it because we know everybody's like mentally exhausted. But it's been a heavy week. If you've been able to find the joy in some of your days, kudos to you. Protect yourself, protect your mental health. I don't know what else to say. Everybody's just, I don't know what else to say. So, yeah, protect yourself, protect your mental health. Things got to change. Yeah. So, all right. What do you guys? Oh, well, Toya, you're not drinking anything. Tell us about your detox, because you weren't on this last time.
Oh no, she got some. She just said she got something in her cup.
No, it's water. I'm drinking water.
I thought you were showing us
a little light cocktail earlier, but I was like, that last podcast kind of took me out, so I have not really been drinking. But the main reason why I'm not drinking today is because I'm doing a detox.
Yes, tell us about the detox.
One night on Instagram, I have followed this one girl named Bricky. And some people might follow her. She's friends with the makeup girl who owns Crayon Case Super. So Bricky sell clothes, but she really a rapper. It's just a lot. But anyway,
she got a lot of hustles going on.
She make food. I swear she should make dinners, but it's neither here nor there. So,
oh my God,
she's lost she may have lost since the quarantine 75 pounds. Like because she's a big girl, so but she lost. I know about
she can lose it quicker,
but I know it was a good 75 pounds.
Wow. And
she kept promoting this planned detox. So then their other friend, Black, he started doing it.
Of course,
they both
Black.
They both promoting it. So I kept saying, I ain't gonna do this. But then one day I was working out and I saw my stomach and I was like, I'm working out, but my stomach, I feel like it's getting bigger. So I said, I need a detox. Child, I started Sunday. I think I lost about 5 pounds. I lost 5 pounds from Sunday to Tuesday. So I'm gonna wait till this weekend. But it's going well because you can eat with it. Now, you just gotta make sure you prepared when you eat. The day that you drink the detox, make sure you prepared.
Meaning there needs to be a bathroom in the vicinity.
You might just want to make sure that you good. Like make sure you at a place where you can get comfortable. But the first day really took me out. But after that, it's been pretty good.
Make sure you space out your Zoom meetings for work and just.
No, that was good because I started on a Sunday because I didn't know what it was going to be like. So I started Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I'm in the house. I could kind of feel. And then I had Monday too to see how it was working. But it took like what? But you drank the detox. You drank this juice. It's like Kool-Aid.
So you started that on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And then they tell you like not to lay down. I kind of like not. You don't have to be active, but you need to be like up and down. Don't lay down after you drink the juice. That's what it tells you. So, I guess I get a move. I don't know. They want you to be up and about for about 4 hours after you drink the juice. So I was drinking one morning. I'm sitting in the chair like this. I guess I start work now because I need a little nap. But
that's funny.
Well, we'll next time we'll check in with you about how successful the detox was.
Just for my stomach.
I'll tell you what. Today I put on some jean shorts that I usually am okay in. There was a no-go. I was like, I kept having to like adjust them and pull them down while I was walking. I said, oh, I didn't.
He was heavy.
Yeah, girl. I don't even know how much I weigh, but it's probably ridiculous. And I don't know what to do about it, because part of me is like, you need to do something. You need to start getting up, start getting active, walking, doing something to get yourself active. But on the other hand, I'm just like, we in quarantine. Like,
But you don't want to get out of quarantine and be like,
but that's what I've been feeling. Like, I was like, I can't do nothing else. Like, let me just enjoy. I told y'all before we got on this call, I had a whole ass pie ordered from and I ordered the whipped cream too, because I was like, well, if I'm gonna get the pie, I need a little whipped cream on top of it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not happy with my stomach situation. But
tell y'all.
yeah.
I gave y'all some alternatives.
My summer body is postponed. I think I saw that on something till 2021.
I mean, yeah, between my stomach and my knees, that's just where it's going.
Look, Nidra, seriously though, we
my knees.
can't afford you to have. You're gonna need a knee replacement. Like, we come to terms with that, right? That you're gonna need a knee replacement.
You can't be need knee replacements and have fat knees. Like, there you go.
That's why it's gonna happen. Like, between her bad knee, you gain weight to your knees. Like, I just think about that video with the 3 old ladies. Oh my God! Every time I watch that is the funniest thing. The one lady was like, "Oh Lord, Ernestine, why you fail?" She asked,
oh shit!
She as if she fell on purpose. She said, "Oh shit, Ernestine, you fail." That thing is the funniest thing because it's so pure and genuine. She said, "Oh, let me help her." Oh Lord, Ernestine. I'm gonna post that video if y'all haven't seen it, and I'm gonna try to find it, insert it right here, because it's hilarious.
So funny.
And it's 3 old ladies. You can tell they've been rolling for many, many years. And one, they coming in the house from hanging out, and one she
Talking.
She just tips right over off the porch.
Woman, did you say that Toya was the one that was giggling?
No, Toya was the one that's like, "Oh shit, Ernestine."
Oh, you're the one giggling. I'm the one that failed.
Because you know your knees not going to be able to hold up.
Oh, they not, man. I was like, my fat going right to my knees, going to my stomach, my knees.
You know, when we get to be 60, we're going to be going on tours or vacation, and we're going to be going.
I'll be able to walk, girl. We be like, girl, we be back. You know, you can only do short distances.
We're going to get you one of them badass canes, a fly cane. Be like,
girl, you better get that scooter and come on.
Oh yeah, we get you a scooter. Yeah, but then it's hard to how you travel with them drinks.
Girl, she better rip on me. She get wet.
Oh no, she'd be one of the people. We all be on the golf court at the airport, getting escorted to the terminal.
Right. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. God, I was just telling y'all. I don't know what to do. Because part of me. So it's funny because I've been thinking about this. Because I was like, ooh, like. I have noticed I've been gaining weight. Like that's just facts. I have been gaining weight. And then part of me, y'all know, like cooking is not my thing. Like I have other interests, right? So, but I've been really getting into like the recipes. And so part of me is like, ooh, I should do the Whole30. But then I really like her Chef Risha's recipes. And I like having my cocktails. Is there a way I can blend all 3 together?
Oh, but do her keto. Yeah, but Chef Risha was keto for like 75% of the year last year. So she has a lot of keto friendly recipes, and that's where like the cauliflower rice and all of that came from. So she does have a lot of keto recipes because she was keto for the most part last year, up until Thanksgiving, I think it was, because she was like, we doing real side. Like, I think like you could trust her recipes, you know, her keto stuff. I think it'll still be flavorful. Because like I said, the what is it that we do? The cauliflower risotto.
Oh, uh-huh.
I like risotto. Okay.
It's really good. So you might want to try some of her keto friendly recipes.
Yeah, because I really was battling with that. Because I was like, wait a minute, I finally actually found somebody's stuff that I actually enjoy
Right.
cooking, and I don't want to give that up, but also I'm gaining weight.
Girl, she has changed my whole life though. My cooking today when I was ordering my groceries, I was like, oh, I need this seasoning. I'm all out of paprika. And paprika is usually a staple that I keep. And I was like, oh, I'm out of this. And then I bought some heavy cream just in case. I don't even know what I need it for.
Just to keep it in your refrigerator.
They like, ooh, I need onion powder. I need onion.
See, I always had onion and garlic powder. But
Yeah, me too.
I didn't have any onion powder. So I was like, I need to get that because Chef Risha makes you.
Yep. And I had bought that herb de Provence that she always.
I bought that too. I got that.
Oh, she had, but just the McCormick one. And then what else did I get today? Oh, some fresh thyme because I was like, well, I'm probably gonna need this or something. And the scallions. I bought some scallions because a few of her recipes have scallion. I never cook with
doing the garnishing and all that. I just make the meal. You be having the drizzle, like your stuff be plated like you about to have company.
All in the presentation, girls. All in the presentation.
All in the presentation. But,
oh man, yeah. So that's been my struggle this quarantine season.
Oh yeah. So Nidra, what you drinking? Usually you ask that.
Oh yes. I'm sorry, we got off. I had some sweet red with one of my drunk purchases. I got those. I don't know what episode that was. That we were talking about the ice cubes.
Yeah, the stones.
Yeah. So I got those. But yeah, that's what I got. I got some sweet red.
Same. Yep. Same.
Yes.
Like, dude, like the YouTuber.
You got me on.
Why do they do that?
Because you can't see it in the reflection of the light. So if you put your hand.
But I can't see the label either. Like, a lot of times I can't see the label and I'll be like, why are you doing that?
They be like.
the chef Darius, he does it. He be like, he's like, heavy cream from somebody.
All the natural health bloggers do it. They be like, so this the gel I use.
What are you?
Yeah, this my leave-in right. Right. That's cracking me up.
Like, I still can't see the label. What are you doing? Like, I mean,
like I still can't see it.
Well, why are we doing this? I
just get close up to just get it close to the camera.
It's not NYX.
I'm like, what? And I be squinting, trying to make sure.
Oh my goodness, it's too funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
As you can see, we've been watching a lot of YouTube on quarantine.
Yeah. I love a good YouTube.
Yeah, see, I'm not like y'all definitely are YouTube. I'm not a YouTube person.
Nidra, you watch a series on YouTube. What are you talking about?
Oh, I
never even found these things.
I like my Black Web series.
Like, what?
I don't even know how I found them.
It only takes one of something to get you down a rabbit hole of a whole.
I don't even know how I found it, but I feel like I found my Black Web series that I used to follow. I found it on IG first, and then went over to YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not like I don't do too much rabbit hole stuff on YouTube.
It don't say nothing for me to.
And then don't think it's like a two-part. You be like, oh, I gotta find that video that started this. Like,
oh my God, yes, the rabbit holes are deep. Because then I went on some things, so y'all know it's a new girl out claiming to be Jay-Z's daughter.
Yes, from the Eastern Shore.
Yes, but this one sounds credible. Like, have you heard the story? I'm like,
I never heard the story, but I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Oh, I did it, so I did it, and so
I did it for you.
I'm gonna sum it up for you, right? Exactly. So basically, Jay has spent a significant amount of time in the Eastern Shore when he was working for some dude, when they was running the drugs. And he talks about like his music being in Maryland. But like you can tell the lady, so the lady I heard talk wasn't the actual girl, it was her aunt.
Okay.
He was like, Jay and one of his friends that is his known friend, his known associate. They're cool, and then one dude went to jail. They're like, they used to stay on my couch. This is because this is before he was Jay-Z. You know, this when he was selling drugs, and they all used to hang out. And he messed with my sister. Everybody knows, like it wasn't a secret. Like he was down there, him and whatever the sister name used to mess with each other. And you know, they used to talk, and it was him and so and so and so and so, naming like all his friends. They used to come down, and then they would go to DC, and they would come back, and then they would go back up to Brooklyn and come down. And we think nothing of it. I mean, it sounds very credible. And then she just like, you know, but we never even tripped. You know, I don't know. She didn't say what made it come out, but it's the sister. You know, she sound like she from the Eastern Shore, and you know, she probably was around some, you know, some old lady. Her not old. She's like in her 50s, but she sound like she was in the hood of the Eastern Shore back in the day or whatever. But I mean, it sounds. I don't know about credible per se, but it sounds very possible. You know.
Did you wait this long? Like that's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she didn't like if it was, did she not say she was pregnant?
I didn't get like when she was pregnant. Why not say like before he was Jay-Z?
Yeah, like why not say something?
I mean, it sounded like it was a dude you was messing with. But
Because it's a lot of things that happens where you like I'm not gonna say something, but being pregnant ain't one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what it was. It was like that's what she said. The aunt did say that. She said, you know, shortly after she stopped messing with him, and you know he was back in New York, she started dating another dude, and that's what they were saying. Like, and the other dude has always been this girl's father, not as a lie per se, but just
as who
he stepped up. So it's not like it was her father, as in it was a lie. Like, you know, he knew he wasn't a father. The mother, you know, didn't try to lie to him, but he just was in her life. He was the man in her life, and so he was like, well, this, you know, I'll take care of the baby. You know, she was happy. And even once Jay-Z became Jay-Z, it's like we never tripped. I mean, and they, but the lady's like, but everybody around here knows. But she's like, because everybody know that, you know, he used to mess with her. They used to talk and write about the same. Like it's not like it's a secret. Like, and I could see that. Like you could see how somebody's like, yeah, Ray used to always be around that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so. Like I said, I don't know that it's credible per se, but it sounds believable.
And you found this on YouTube?
Oh yeah, because so this is how I went down the path. I was reading some comments on Baller Alert or Shade Room one day, and somebody was like, "Oh, but we're not going to talk about the daughter that Jay-Z has," and I didn't think nothing of it. But then when I was on one of the blogs, somebody said something about Jay-Z's daughter, and I thought it was some old stuff, but it was like one day ago. I was like, what? So I clicked on it, and sure enough, there I go. It was interesting. And I don't want to believe it because, you know, he tries to just make it sound like he always wanted a kid, you know, even before Blue Ivy, and, you know, the way he used to be with his nephew who passed away. You just would hate to think like he knew he had a kid out there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this is the other BS part. I swear, every person who on this train, they all like. Remember when the sun, like, anybody with like a flared out nose be like, "Can't you see the resemblance?" But they don't necessarily look like Jay-Z. They just got like some kind of.
I don't know where the hell even got that from, but okay. I was just like, I'm not gonna do this.
I did it. I did it.
Angel's like, I did.
She's not gonna do this.
I did it, sis.
It was interesting 24 minutes.
Oh man.
All right. What we talking about, Nitra?
Yeah, so hold fast. Let me turn my light on. And somebody is enjoying themselves out here.
You say that every time you be outside.
It's your neighbors, isn't it?
But I don't see them unless he's on the step.
The one with the bonnet. The one with the bonnet.
He's going for quarantine smoking.
Girl, that bonnet was all the business.
I told y'all a couple of months
You
ago.
did. You did. You said it. You said it.
What did you tell us?
Huh?
When did you saw them before?
Yeah,
she was talking about men in bonnets.
I said, is it the new thing for men?
Yeah. Because you saw somebody in a car, right?
No, I saw a little dude in McDonald's. He had a bonnet on. And I was like,
now, is it just for our gay brothers, or is it?
Oh, he was very much a boy. Like, was flirting with the girls that he knew in there.
No, because my neighbor, he has like either braids or
Oh, maybe they like women don't hold the patent on keeping our hair moist and safe.
But a bonnet, I think
I don't want to sleep next to a dude in a bonnet.
that's just pushing to a limit.
We both can't have our bonnets on. Like,
no, not at all.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my
oh, that's a question.
God, it was right.
If you're dating, hypothetically, Nidra, do you pineapple your hair at night? Or do you bonnet it?
It depends.
Okay.
It's not 100% of the time. No. It's probably more often than not, I don't, but I wake up looking crazy. I look crazy in the morning when I wake up.
But they probably like that. They probably like all that.
It's frizzy, of course, because when you don't protect it, it's just frizzy and it's big. But probably, yeah, majority of the time I don't.
Okay.
I don't tie it up. I don't. And I pay for it in the morning. Like I pay for it. Now, also that depends on like at what point. So this right here is like day 7 hair. Right. So I really don't care. Like I will just
wash it soon.
Because I know I'm gonna wash it. So I really don't. I'm gonna get. But if I'm day 1, day 2 hair, oh. Yeah. Because it takes like an hour and a half to like run all them not run all those products, but to wash your head and run the products through and stuff.
I did a wash and go today. And you see I got a ponytail. I tried some new products per YouTube Naturalistas.
No. What did you have? Because maybe can I use something? What'd you have?
No, probably not. So before I had used the Kinky Curly leave-in and the Kinky Curly curling custard. That wash and go was good. So then today I use still the Kinky Curly leave-in, but the deep conditioner I used was the blueberry curl.
Oh, the Bliss. That
curl restoration deep conditioner, which I think that was okay. But then I also used a different gel, which was the extreme gel. It comes with it's clear with a blue top. And it just didn't look good. So I think I'm gonna keep with the Kinky Curly leave-in and the Kinky Curly curling custard. And then I have been using the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey Deep Conditioner Mask. I think that, but I'm gonna keep trying this blueberry curl deep conditioner because I think that was okay. I think it was more the gel. I don't know, but it ain't work out. Hence my ponytail. I was disappointed. It's a lot when you go through all that to do a wash and go and it don't turn out right. You'd be like, well, pony it is, which means
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I might risk it all for a blowout. I might like I can't take
like I'm gonna sit up in that salon with my mask on.
I can't take it.
I don't even know like how the appointments are going to look because you
girl,
so many people a day or something, right?
And it's
again.
You can only do a certain number of heads a day.
Yeah, because I saw on the one guy I follow, and his salon is very professional, organized. He's only doing 6 heads a day. I don't know if that's per stylist or per salon. I hope it's per stylist, but
yeah, it's like real limited on what you can do.
Yeah, I know. Because I was trying to schedule a cut. But she's in one of like those Phoenix Suites joints. So you she used to before pack people in that joint. But she was saying like it was going to be very limited, like maybe 2 people in the salon at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just gonna go in there for the cut and just come right back on out.
When were you able to get an appointment for?
Next Thursday.
That's not bad.
That was good then.
Yeah.
Next Thursday.
The one dude I follow.
But I think also because my the appointment I want, of course, it's just the cut. Like it's literally I go in there with my hair already curly and then she just cuts it and I'm out. So I think the time difference made not the time difference, the amount of time it takes for my service made a difference for me being able to like get in.
The one guy too, he was like, leave your belongings in the car. So you can't even carry your person.
Yeah. They're gonna she was like, like your belongings are gonna get put into a plastic container.
Wow.
And then you're given like PPE for the duration of the visit. Like you can't come into the salon until a short time to come in. It's like
That's crazy.
I said that's
all
how
this.
the dentist is too.
Yeah, my dentist has sent me an email too. Actually, supposed to have a root canal. I'm supposed to have it on March 20th. I went in there and they weren't ready, and then they were like, to be continued.
Yeah, they you can only come in when it's your time. And like the girl was also telling me like her kids had to go to the pediatric dentist, and her kids are small, and the one son was like, you need to come in the back, and they wouldn't let the parents in the back.
Oh.
So they had to just break the rules. She was like, that's my baby. What you want me to do?
Yeah, like what do you want me to do?
And that's fine. Like Dylan could go by himself, but if you got like a 3-year-old or something,
Yeah, they can't. Yeah.
Well, not them ones that be in there cutting up.
what they been doing? Oh, you mean crying and screaming and stuff?
Yeah, acting crazy. Oh.
For some reason, Dylan has never minded, but I literally his first appointment was at 1, because like I was hell bent on him being very comfortable because I hate the dentist and I didn't want him to be like me. So I was like, you gonna be used to this. So he goes easy breezy because he's been going since he was
yeah, mine too.
I have a problem with my kids, but I've seen some kids show out in there, and I'll be
yeah.
This is
I haven't had a problem either. They are fine when they go to the dentist.
He was supposed to have a cleaning too, and I got an email. And then when I went to reschedule it, it was like we're not even. This was like 2 weeks ago. They weren't rescheduling at that time, so maybe now they might be.
Yeah.
All right. So
okay. All right. So, like we have done in years past, we're just gonna talk about Insecure because that's bringing us joy at this time.
It does.
It's bringing us joy, and that we're gonna sit in that. So we're going to talk about episode 6 and episode 7, which were really interesting because these 2 episodes focus solely on one character of the show. So episode 6 focused solely on Issa immediately after the block party. And then episode 7 focused on Molly and her first time, like not first time, well, no, her first time going on a trip with her boyfriend, Andrew. So let's talk about episode 6. And this is like the aftermath of Issa and Molly having their blow up after the block party. And this episode broke my little heart for Issa because just kind of like wrap up, Issa just was first I think she's also trying to figure out like what she's going to do next.
Yeah.
After the block party. And then she decides to like, go out by herself, and she meets a group of girls, has a really good time with them. They do one of those stupid bachelorette party type tricks on her and leave her at the restaurant.
Those scavenger hunts.
And then Issa kind of like has a moment and she goes to her mom and just has like a good cry, and then they chop it up a little bit, and I guess Issa kind of feels better about things. But it was a really emotional episode. So like, what did y'all think of like episode 6, starting with because I skipped over, starting with at the very top of the episode, she went to go get some food and she sees Molly inside the restaurant and she decides to not go in.
That was the end of the episode.
That was end of the.
Yeah, it was the end of her day. She had cleaned up and then she realized she put on.
Oh, you're right. That was the end of the day. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm thinking about episode 7. It was the top of episode 7. Okay.
Yeah, she had got her life in order, and then she like was like, ooh, she was hungry because she had been in there smoking, and that's when she saw Molly.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So like, what
episode picked up on seeing Issa
on? Yeah. Issa. Yeah. Okay. So what did y'all think about like episode 6?
I just think you like with any relationship, even though you try not to tell your parents what's going on with stuff, they can just sense it. And it's nothing like a good cry on your mom. And she was just so, she's heartbroken in a way too. Like, it's just like it's like a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, but it's just worse when it's your friend.
Yeah, it's worse. I thought this episode was really good, but I was like, it's the day after the block party. This is the day you're supposed to sleep in all day. Like I was
I
like,
was so shocked she was up and around. I would have been in that bed all day.
But I think it was her, you know, just being bothered by what had happened.
Yeah, but I would have just either I don't even want to say wallow, but I would have been like, you know, like when you have a huge project at work or you had something huge that's been coming for anything like Christmas. Like for me, it's like Christmas because Christmas is always a huge to do and so much family. Like the next day, I'm like, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna be in this house. We're gonna loaf around, lay in our pajamas, eat whatever leftovers we have. Like I would have thought that would have been the day where she just finally could exhale because for all these months leading up to the block party, she's been working her butt off. And so I thought but I was like, dang, she trying to get up and go and meet new people and go, a paint and sip. Right. But first of all, how about when, and Funky Done even talked about this, I thought the pregnant lady was trying to get in front of people too. I thought she was like, because I'm pregnant, I can't stand in line. I didn't know she was trying to get people to buy her groceries.
No.
But then she didn't have that much stuff, and then Issa couldn't pay. So then I was concerned about Issa's financial situation. I was like, you can't afford that? I don't think she had other cards.
Her money was tied into the block party.
Right. So then I was
to get them all them deposits back. I don't know.
Right. So I was like, oh wait, you not good? But I wasn't but I was concerned about that.
But what's so interesting is that of course because Issa is still, of course, because it's super fresh, because Molly told Issa that she was selfish. Mm-hmm. And the whole episode, right. You find Issa trying to like alleviate, like really trying to validate, I'm not a selfish person.
Right.
That's not who I am. The entire episode with everybody, all her interactions, she's trying to validate that she's not a selfish person. And here she go trying to pay for somebody's food. No, she ain't got the money to pay for. And the woman was like, no, thank you.
Sorry, you got bigger issues than I got. Like, but when she got to the paint and sip, I did love how the girls are from DC and PG, and I was like, oh, I feel so seen. I was like,
we do. We make an impression on people.
We do. I love that. Because the girl was like, I'm not from, and that was a typical DC PG thing. She was like, well, she don't live in DC. She from Maryland. Like, you know, that's what we do. We do that too. I just thought that was so cute. So I was,
and throwing in Pretty Girl County, like.
I was like, I feel so seen. I feel
that was a very popular weekend for the county.
It
was because the basketball county came out the same weekend too.
But the other thing that was funny was in the previous episode, they were doing the wobble, and I just thought that was so Black. And I also was like, I feel seen there too, because I do like a wobble, and you don't see the wobble on TV. They always do the electric slide, but people don't even do the electric slide like that no more. So I was like, that's authentic. Like, I see you, you see me, I feel seen.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I was like, oh, because I literally watched Basketball County first and then watched Insecure. So I was like, oh.
Right, you know, all kinds of proud.
Yes, like, yes. To the PG County references, yes. So yeah, that was cool. And it was during that part, it was just so heartwarming because Issa was really having a good time with those girls.
Yeah.
And I think in her head, she was like, okay, like I can make friends. I can, you know.
Take men to their children's.
Oh, the old man.
That old man. But I feel like Latoya is going to pop up. So I felt like that was going to be connected somewhere. I was like, what's going on?
That old man had her driving all over the goddamn city.
I'm gonna tell you. He was like,
wait a minute, you gonna put directions so they know where I'm going? No. Just drive.
Like, but she's like, so can you tell me where you're going? He's like, just I think that was hilarious. I died. I was like, it ain't nothing like an old Black, cranky old Black.
But I absolutely loved that they put oh my God, the Wayans sister, what is her name?
Kim Wayans.
Kim Wayans. I love that they put Kim Wayans in this episode.
Wait, where was she at?
Oh wait, was she in this episode? Oh, yo, wait a minute, what episode was she in?
What was when she kept popping? She kept popping up.
Popping up. What episode was that?
What episode was that?
What episode was Kim Wayans in there? Am I tripping?
And she kept having
Kept
different jobs.
popping up. She was like the hustle woman.
What?
She was like the Uber driver. She was like
Insecure.
what episode was that? Insecure?
I have no
Was that
idea.
another show? Wait, because I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Shows? Am I confusing shows?
But I know exactly what she was selling chicken, and she was the bus driver, and she was something.
Yes.
What was that?
She was like the postal worker. She was like all these jobs. She had all these jobs. And she just kept like spitting knowledge. She like kept spitting knowledge, spitting knowledge.
What was
What
that?
show was that?
I don't feel as though I know what you guys are talking about.
Did I mix up two shows?
I think no. That was on Boomerang, Nidra.
Oh,
It was Boomerang.
I was like, let me go back and rewatch this episode because
my bad, people. My bad.
I was like, I clearly missed
I
it.
feel like it was on Boomerang.
It was on. You are absolutely right. It was on Boomerang. It was on Boomerang.
So I was like, I thought I've been paying attention. Maybe I've been killing.
I was like, yes, I know what you're talking about. And I was like, I don't know.
I was like, Kim Wayans.
I'm sorry. Sidebar. Kim Wayans was on Boomerang, and she was funny as hell. So just sidebar. Okay. My bad, people. My bad. So anyway, back on topic. So yeah, like so the whole episode, I feel like she was like really trying to prove like she's not a selfish person, and love the shout out from PG County.
Yeah, until
Until
they did her wrong. I was like, oh. But also I could see us doing something like that too, kind of. So, but I was like, why couldn't they just make a friend and leave her at the painting sip? They had to take her and do a dine and dash. That was
like, I would have been so scared though.
I never would have done a dine. We don't do stuff like a dine and dash. We would.
Nah, that wouldn't have set right in my spirit. I'm like,
and I could hear Toya now. We don't know this people. She probably in the gang. We in LA.
We're gonna die.
Yes. And it was like, I just could never do a dine and dash. I couldn't do a person like that anyway. But I could hit Toya now. She probably tripped. You notice she have on no red. She has to know.
I have a whole story.
Toya be like, you see her eyebrows, right? You see her eyebrows?
In the gang.
Because you know either her or her boyfriend. I can hit Toya now, her or her boyfriend. Because you know out here it's pretty much everybody. Either you in a gang or Toya would have had a whole story.
Whole story. She would have a whole story pulled together.
No, ma'am. So people are crazy out here. I don't be messing around.
No, I think like it was good. I thought it was a cool episode for Issa, and I thought when she got to the restaurant and saw Molly, and she left, that made me sad. But also, I do agree. Like when Kelly kept blowing her up and was like, "You need to apologize. Are you gonna apologize? Are you gonna call her?" She's like, "Are you telling her the same thing?" And I mean, I do think in that situation, for the way it popped off at the block party, the ball is in Molly's court. So
I think, I feel the same way. I think it's definitely in Molly's court on that one. Because she could have totally just waited until
it was over. Like they could have been putting the last chair up and you could have had that talk.
Like we got y'all thing.
Right.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
They got into it at the we got y'all.
Yep. Like, right. Like at the tail end or like the next day, be like, hey girl, like I ain't really like that you reached out to so-and-so.
To hide, like, you know, this is my moment. The next day, we could talk about the next day. Like,
yeah, so I agree.
Walked away with an attitude or something, but I guess that would have prolonged the friendship.
Yeah. So then we got to episode 7 this week with Molly, and she had her solo episode or whatever. What y'all think about that?
I liked it.
I did. I liked it too, and it made her check herself because she could see that what Issa was saying was partly true. You know, her
She don't let stuff go.
she just won't let it go. Like, and she has a hard time with it. And she saw that.
Yeah.
Because her and Asian Bay went to Mexico with his brother and his wife. Is that his wife?
Yeah,
I think it was wife.
Girlfriend. And they had their little, you know, vacation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to let loose and let go to that pool scene.
And she tried, but she just couldn't. I was like, no, this is not. And I mean, I get her because I mean, you know, it's real. But sometimes you do have to just play nice, you know, especially when it's your significant other's family. That might not be the time, especially when you're not in there yet. Like, it's a time for debate. Lord knows I appreciate a good, healthy debate or whatever. But you just met these people. And she wasn't wrong. And the thing
She wasn't wrong. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she definitely wasn't wrong.
Situations where you got to choose your battles. Like, it's now the time. Do you want to make this impression? And then sometimes you just do it for your person. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm just beat. Well, because Lord knows I know, child. Let me go on over here and sit in the corner because.
True. But you're right. And sometimes
I get real nice over here.
Right. Like, if you was on the street with that person, maybe it'd be something different. But for the sake of peace and your person having peace with their family and not wanting to, you know, cause any, you know, anything, especially if they're not doing anything that's just blatantly rude. It's one thing if they disrespect you, if they talk about you, but this was just a difference in opinion. And, you know, like I said, she wasn't necessarily wrong, but she might have just wanted to not.
Not just be so confrontational all the time. Like, it's all the time she has to be confrontational.
Yeah, and I really like that she had that moment on the beach where she called the therapist and was like, I need to talk. Because that was them telling us she gets it. She realizes
that was growth.
Yes, and it may not always be somebody else, but she's got some stuff she's got to work out too.
Yeah, because it's not working out. Her body looked so good. Like, everything she wore. That dress with the back out, I was like, oh, wow. That was hot.
Lingerie, like Yvonne Orgy, her body's killing it.
Yeah, like everything she had on in that episode. I still love the white, like when she was running through the airport in that white like tank in the pants. Oh, I love that outfit.
What fuck you not even say with her black and white?
Yes, her Aunt Taylor Loft suit, Black House, White House. He's forever me, Jones.
Looking like Olivia Pope. I loved it.
Yeah, be dying.
I love that little thing. I thought that was so cute. But what did you guys think about Andrew in this episode?
I like Andrew.
I think he really mellows her out and teaches her. And I heard somebody else say this too, like how to argue gently. You know, everything doesn't have to be so hard and rough all the time. Like he checked her on a couple of things, but it was so subtle.
He does.
It was
very gently. And I think that lets us know he cares about her because he can clearly tell when she's fired up and he knows not to like go too far. But he was like, I mean, Nathan, you know, like when she asked him about Nathan and she was like, your boy, ... And he's like, well, he was going through some stuff. You know, how about that? You know, she was like, oh.
Yeah. And then when she tried to dig deeper, like, does Issa know? He's like, that's between Issa and Nathan. That's their thing. Not mine. And then is Issa on this trip? Because I ain't trying to do this. I ain't trying to do this with you.
Good time between you and me.
Build that when you go home. I'm not trying to do this right now. So
I love how he checks her. He checks her so. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and I liked that he like when that scene happened in the pool, like he wasn't trying to like downplay her, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't like
her. He was like,
well, he wasn't like Molly, chill out. Except for when she was like, well, you're different, and he was like,
wait a minute.
Wait. Yeah. No, the wife was like, oh. Oh, wait. She was like, I was with you up until you said like exactly. She was like, oh, but like he, you know, he didn't try and downplay her feelings. He didn't do any of that while she was in the pool. And then, you know, he
even defended her. I mean, he was like, no, I don't think you understand racism, whatever he said. But
Yeah, but I think that's like so commendable just to be able to have those expectations of our partner. Like if we get into something with somebody
they get
that
that.
they got your back. Yeah. And even against a family member, which is like
That's
heavy. Yeah, that's
You know,
heavy.
I didn't buy, like, for some reason, something seemed suspicious the next day when she was like, so we meet them, and he said, oh, I already talked to them, now let's not meet them. I don't know if it was his acting, but I just felt like maybe he didn't talk to his brother or whatever he said to his, I don't know. I felt like we were missing something there. And that could just be me looking too deep into the episode, but I felt like later on he might come back and be like, yeah, so my brother said I can't marry you.
It could be. It could be. Or it could be, that he was just like, look, I know Molly, we're just gonna take this day and just chill out. I ain't gonna try to have her back up in front of somebody, trying to,
It was just something about the way he said it, because he was just like, oh yeah, I already talked to him. It didn't seem believable. I said maybe this is acting to me. I don't know. I don't know.
I have to check that out.
Anything else about the episode?
What did you guys think about, like, was at the end? No, it was at the beginning when she saw Molly and she was like, with her phone, she's like, all right, here we go. Like she was getting ready for the confrontation.
Oh, when she saw Issa with
Saw Issa at the restaurant. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That was part one of her realizing, oh, like, because you could tell she kind of was like, oh, here we go. like you said. And then she was like,
She's like, wait, she ain't come in? Like, she not
back in that car, like, pew.
That really took her out. She was not checking for that.
Yeah, what did you guys think about that?
I just thought it was interesting. I think, like I said, I think that was part one of Molly being like, oh, because I think she is used to a pattern in their friendship. Maybe Issa comes back and says, hey girl, or whatever.
Back with this bull crap again.
Right, and she didn't. So I think she was like, oh, she not gonna come in here and say something to me. So I think that was big. Because this says a lot if somebody's not even willing to argue with you, right? Like it's one thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, oh, but then when somebody's like, I'm not even doing that, that's just something completely different. Like I think about that with like your significant other. Like it's one thing when you're like going head to head, but when you get to the point where you're like, and then even worth the argument, that's a whole nother level of mad.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever. So.
Yeah, it definitely is. And what was like with that awkward encounter with Molly and Lawrence at the airport? Why was it so awkward?
I didn't know if it was awkward because she was there with Nathan, but then he started acting weird.
Oh, with Andrew?
I mean, yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't get that. I was like, why?
I didn't understand why it was so awkward.
Because I felt like the last time they saw each other, weren't they cool?
It was at the baby shower, right?
Yeah. Even before the baby shower, I mean, after the baby shower, when they were just over there, when they just were looking at the baby, when they just had the baby, and they were there, and Lawrence was there. Remember when he was talking to Issa
outside?
But I can't remember. Had Andrew and Lawrence met before? I can't remember. Okay.
No.
Yeah, it was real awkward. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, and I was like, I couldn't understand why that was happening.
Why is he trying to shake her hand?
Why is he trying to shake her hand? That's awkward.
It was awkward.
Why are you trying to shake your ex-girlfriend's best friend's hand? Who does that?
That's weird.
Like, that's so weird. But it was interesting. Like, it was interesting with Andrew's face, because once he heard Lawrence, he was like,
okay. That's the dude.
That's the dude. Yeah, that was interesting. So I was like, I just couldn't figure out why it was so awkward. I was like, what's the storyline behind this? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I didn't understand it either.
And I don't really understand why Lawrence was in the scene at all, but
because he's the director.
Yeah, I learned that every director gets a cameo
and a writer too.
Oh, okay.
That was on the stage doing the poetry.
Yes,
she was the writer of that
of the episode.
Yeah, I learned.
I didn't know they got like that was like a thing on the show. Like they got okay, because I was like, why this doesn't make sense. Okay, All right.
I learned that in one of the wind downs. Like the
Yeah,
writer.
I did too. That's what I heard it. The
Oh,
writer.
I totally missed that in the wind down. Okay, I totally missed that.
And I
So
guess
what are y'all?
leading us.
So we got 3 episodes left.
Ugh.
I know, but good news is they got renewed for season 5. So
Apprentice had to come out again.
See though, because we gotta get open for tapings and stuff.
But they said no. But they're writing there. I watched something with Issa Rae, and she was somebody's doing an interview, and she said they're having their writers' room via Zoom. So they are writing already. So hopefully by the time everything's ready, they'll be ready to actually tape. But they have already started the writers' room.
Good.
Doing it via Zoom. But also, I was gonna say, oh dang it, I forgot.
Is Molly and Issa going to reconnect by episode 10? Is Molly going to still be with Andrew by episode 10? And is Issa still going to be single by episode 10?
I don't know. Like, so oh, wait a minute. Let me hear what y'all say.
I don't good about this show. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna say, but Princess Penny again said they ain't making it no hour-long show. It's an half-hour comedy. That's all y'all getting. Stop asking.
And somebody was like, well, technically this episode was 26 minutes. So we didn't. The people in the comments be crazy.
No half hour show is actually a half hour.
They was like,
it should be because it's on cable, so it should be a full 30 minutes. This ain't no commercials on HBO.
I guess you're right. So y'all don't have any, like, on those 3 things, y'all don't have any predictions?
It's hard. The show is so good.
I know.
Because I don't even know how I feel about Issa and Lawrence getting back together. Because part of me is like, ooh, I want to see it. But then part of me is like, no, they need to grow.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
People, I wouldn't be mad if they did.
Between Nathan and Lawrence, like I think it's gonna be like it's gotta be something crazy happen because the last 2 episodes have been way too like mellow.
Still,
be something. Or they're gonna meet each other or something.
Yeah, but I do think. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they got back together because at the end of the day, the reason why they broke up was it wasn't like, oh, we're not getting along. It was very specific to their specific situation. So like, and there's 2 people still care about each other. So I could see them, like now that they both have grown a little bit, matured. I could see them get back together. But also I'm like, well, I don't know if they need to get back together.
They don't need to. She need to live her life. She need to find a job. It's some things. Or maybe she could be the new Lawrence. Who knows? But it's gonna be something.
I don't know. It's so interesting. That's why this show's so good.
So good. It's so good. It's so good.
Hey, friend. Hey, relatable content.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I don't have any. My one prediction is I don't think that Issa and Molly will reconnect this season.
I don't either, but I want them to.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be this season. I think Molly is gonna have to I think we're gonna see some stuff with Molly going through stuff with the therapist. But I don't.
Andrew's gonna last.
Huh?
One of her relationships is going to be fractured by the end of the season.
Yeah.
One of Molly's relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I don't see her and Andrew staying together, but maybe not breaking up on bad terms either. I don't know. Just I
gotta get myself together type of situation.
Yeah, something about the way he said he talked to his brother, like maybe even him releasing her, like, look, you got some stuff to work on until you can figure that out. Me and you not together. I don't know. Oh, can you think about Kim Fields and how funny she was?
Oh my God. Kim Fields is a gem. Like she's
we going to Mexico. Y'all go
y'all going to Mexico?
Yvonne, she was like, we all going to Mexico.
Everybody's going to Mexico.
That's where the flight go.
She was like, yeah, I got on the wrong flight once and the wrong marriage.
I'm proclaiming myself. This is day 3.
She was on that little hike. She was like, day 4. She was so cute.
Yeah, it's so funny because I've been watching, well, not really been watching, but I've been using Living Single as kind of like background, like background noise while I'm working. And she's just, Kim Fields is just gem. She's a gem. You know, she's just.
But that's what Funky Dineva was like. It's funny that she's not like that in real life. Because she was like, you've been, because when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, you was expecting Regine or Funky, you know, Kim Fields, but she's not like that. She's very religious and she's very meek. And Regine is wild. And then she was
Yes, Regine is wild. She's
off the hook.
Yes. Even what was the other movie? I mean, series she was on?
Judy, Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. Facts of Life. Yes.
Judy.
Yeah, but she was like that. That character is very outgoing and very like bigger than life.
And that is not how she is in real life. Her husband was an a-hole too. So
yeah, no, but we was like, what's that? Oh, he had all kinds of mysteries around him. Girl,
like, going on.
He was funny. But yeah, so yeah, Insecure just continues to be like the best show on TV right now.
Yeah, I'm like so glad that oh my God, do y'all hear all those bikes?
Yeah.
We do.
Sorry guys, if you're listening to this on the podcast, I'm outside and it's a whole bunch of bikes driving by on the road behind me. Good gosh. Okay, well, do we have anybody in pop culture you want to talk about?
Pop culture is a mess right now. Ain't nobody doing nothing. I'm trying to think though.
You know what I want to say, and it's old news, but I still don't understand. Why are these old head rappers letting this Tekashi 6ix9ine get them all worked up?
Wow. That's a good point, Toya.
Oh, no, he snitched. No, he don't have no street code. Like, we know that. But evidently these young kids don't either, because they all down for his shenanigans. I said, why are they getting this little boy get them worked up like this? They put all poor Snoop business all out in the
street. Yes, he must.
I didn't realize he had just had a sex tape that his wife found out about because it got leaked.
I only found out about this sex tape through when I was listening to Ratchet and Respectable podcast. I had no idea about the sex tape.
Recent?
Yes. Apparently it was recent.
Like, it's not the Selena Powell girl, is it?
I think it is that girl, because then Tekashi 6ix9ine leaked up with her to tell the business.
Right, I saw that, but you know she the number one clout chaser, so I didn't know if it was.
Yeah, child. I said you didn't let this little young boy put all your business, get you riled up. Now he putting your business in the street. What are y'all talking about? Like he got everybody going.
But you know, I saw something so funny the other day, not related to Tekashi, but kind of. It was like, on this day, 15 years ago, 50 Cent was shot 9 times, and every day that nigga show you why. Because it's so true. He's such an ass. He is
such an ass.
Asshole.
Has he been lately? He hasn't been too bad lately.
He hasn't been, since Corona hit, he ain't been saying much enough.
New girlfriend. Cuban.
Oh, that's right. He do got a new girlfriend.
One of them dolls.
No, Cuban Link. Is she one of the dolls?
Cuban doll? I don't know, too.
No, she's not one of them dolls. But it's so funny because I be on the thing and they keep showing me Dream Doll, and she look different. I mean, I don't even know what a Dream Doll is. If I saw her walking down the street,
growing up hip hop, no, she was on Love and Hip Hop. One of them was Love and Hip Hop.
I don't know none of them dolls.
She started as a bottle girl and tried to become a rapper.
You sure that's not Cash Doll?
Cash Doll is from Detroit.
She the brown one, right? She the brown one.
Kind of got like the bigger veneers. Little larger in size.
I tell Marcus, I was like, I want some of them celebrity teeth that's just real straight in the road.
Yes, I would love to have like straight edges.
Yeah.
I have rounded teeth. I just want
But
straight edges.
That one looks so weird.
I
Like,
don't want the horse teeth though. Like, how do I make sure I don't get the horse ones though? Like, how do you make sure you don't get those?
you got to mold them yourself. Mold them yourself.
I want some of them celebrity joints, but
Oh no, I don't think they for everybody because them celebrities be looking crazy.
they look like horses. If you get
They look like horses.
You got these big bright teeth. Where they get that shit from?
and
Yeah, that one little clip I saw of Tekashi 6ix9ine with his lace front and his teeth. I was like, his teeth are so big. They were so big.
I don't like when people like. I don't know if it's an affordability situation. I don't like when people get the top and don't get the bottom.
To the bottoms.
It might be like straight style, boxy, look like little chiclets, and then this
Gleaming whites.
And then it always be up under.
and then these be regular,
Overbite.
right? Off white, choppy. Like, what is you doing? You got to get both rows of the teeth.
On a plan. They can only afford one set, one row at a time. That one row costs a grip. Yeah, pick and choose, but they go.
What I want to talk about, because we talked about this in the group chat on the on the DM and Instagram. Tammy Revere, I don't remember which part of her body she finally claimed was not real.
And lipo though, she said she got her breast done, and she got lipo. But I knew that because
everybody knew it.
Because she a big girl with a skinny waist, like, and they kill me with that. Like, I'm like how Cat Williams was talking about the stretch marks. Look, either stretch marks mean you was big and you got small, or you was small and you got big. These Instagram girls, either they was fat and they took the stomach out, or they was skinny and they put the booty in. But don't nobody have a butt that big and a stomach
that's small.
Impossible. There are some women who have been blessed with those genetics here and there, but not in the numbers that we see on Instagram. So either your butt is fake or your stomach is fake, and then plus the boobs. Like, it can't be that many women walking around with this perfect.
We know it's not. And Tammy Rivera got fat knees, so I know you know.
Her mama, she looked like her mama, so it's
like you can't have fat knees and then you ain't got no stomach. Like just, but the thing is, everybody knew, and then for her to be like, you know, and I shouldn't have got it done because the fat, like, we know the fat goes somewhere else. Everybody know the fat goes somewhere else.
We know. How you ain't know? We knew.
Right. We knew. Trying to get rid of that one little trouble spot.
Yeah, yes. Her pot. She said, you know, when you have a baby, then you know you had a fool.
But she also was like 19 when she had that little girl. So you only had
she was way smaller. She was way smaller when she had that girl.
You was not about, you had that when you got big and you got that piece sucked out.
And I else talks about it. They was like, I'm sick of all these Instagram model girls being in the gym, like trying to pretend like though the body came from the gym. Like, yes, we know you gotta maintain it, but don't
start
being in the gym acting like you got the body from the gym. Oh, and while we talk about this, can we talk about Khloe Kardashian's bobblehead? Look this up. I was like, who is that?
Who is that? Because that's not Khloe Kardashian.
They kept saying, but you tried to steal Malika's face.
I don't know.
She looks like a Bratz doll. Like, I have never.
A bobblehead.
And then I just saw another picture that was like a little different, but her makeup again was really, really drastic. And the person was like, which one is this?
Girl, and she looked fine where she was. Like, stop it.
The daily face reconstructive, something she said back about having face surgery. Her daily face surgeries. That's what she said.
I'm like, I know they be doing some contour and magic over there at the Kardashians.
I mean, they are performing like that. I mean, it is sorcery. It's sorcery.
It's sorcery. And then Aisha Curry, and God bless her, because I heard, like, she was basically like, look, I've been pregnant my whole 20s. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to, and what she has been, she's like, I'm trying to do something for myself, and, you know, I guess eat right, go to the gym. She didn't look recognizable. I was like, who is that?
Yeah, I didn't even know who she was. I said, no, what is Instagram model is this?
Yeah, like her
You know, and it
face.
was like Aisha Curry. I was like, no, where?
Yeah, like of course she had a yeah, of course she had a filter. She did some kind of filter something to her face, of course. But like even it was just so like thin and just
Yeah, she lost 35 pounds.
And
oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, and
that'll
she wasn't big to begin with, so
No, y'all sent me that picture. I was like, wait, who is this?
I didn't know who she was either. It took me like 2-3 scrolls.
I didn't know because I was like, "Who's this?" And then when I looked at the caption, it says Aisha Curry says. I said what?
And they lit her up too.
I was like, "Oh no!"
They lit her up too, talking about she was trying to body shame people, and then now you want to come out when
with
you
a bathing suit, like a thong bathing suit stuff.
Like, and the one thing I do get is I can only imagine, and I say this all the time because you always see this with the reality stars, right? Because they real regular, right? So you have a reality star, they look one way one season, and they come back the next season, they got their nose, their teeth, or whatever fixed. I can only imagine that one thing that you're kind of insecure about, and then you make it famous and you see it on TV every week, and not only do you see it, but there's people who say stuff like, oh, she would be cute if her nose was small, or oh, she would, like that one insecurity that you don't have to deal with like in day-to-day life. Like if I go to Jasper's, nobody's gonna be like, look at her so-and-so. But when you put yourself out there, so I can understand what it does to your self-esteem. And so I understand when people get their teeth done, their nose done, lose weight or whatever.
Yeah, because the insecurities are amplified. Yeah.
100%. I can only imagine, like I said, that one thing you already feel, but when we go out regularly, nobody's like, oh, your so-and-so was messed up or whatever. But people, them internet gangsters, they don't have no.
They don't have no cut call.
And you see myself, like I don't even like to see myself hardly on a podcast. I can imagine if I'm on TV every week. For millions of people, and they're commenting on that one very thing that I'm insecure about. I can see how it gets to you, so I do understand.
Oh yeah, I'd be in ankle surgery like real quick if I was on TV. I would get my ankles done, and I would get the fat sucked out of my knees. And it's genetics. It's just a lot of it is just genetics.
Got wet pants, girl. Just wet pants all the time.
But it's all kinds of things. So I do have a level of sympathy, like once you get on that stage, especially when you're thrust into it and you weren't necessarily expecting it. But it gets sad because people either lie or they get streams. You know what I mean? Like Khloe Kardashian, I get she was the quote, and I say quote unquote ugly sister because I don't know that she was, but I do know she felt that way, and people
didn't feel it as attractive as Kourtney and Kim.
But she had her work done later.
Well, yeah, true, but of course, but she was young, and if people are saying that all that time, I mean, she might have known that, but people not saying, "Oh, you need to go ahead and get your work done." They like, "Oh, you the ugly sister." But
so rude.
I mean, people would say the meanest things. People do say some mean stuff.
Yeah, and it was only because. Oh because people always was like Kourtney and Kim were the prettier ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kendall she's a natural beauty too, actually.
But think about how Kendall and Kylie are messed up. Them kids have been on TV since they were like 8 years old. Like they ain't 100% right.
No, clearly not. Anytime that girl her parents are letting her shackle with a whole 26-year-old and barely out of high school.
Well, that's
Hollywood. She hadn't even graduated high school. She was 17.
You over there being R. Kelly, this nigga.
Yeah. That Hollywood stuff, and they for me. Yeah, so. All right, anything else in pop culture you want to talk about before we wrap up?
They called her Jack and Jennifer. Y'all see Jack and Jennifer? What? No, that's what it was. You know how all the Karens been coming out?
Right.
So they was like Karen up in the Target making sure she get her stuff. And the lady was like, nah, that's Jennifer. That ain't Karen.
I knew that. Girl, that white lady was coming out of Target with them lamps like.
She did a mean shuffle out that Target with her lamp. She was
But I gotta say this.
She had them lamps though, like she been waiting for a sale. Like she was like, oh, I've been wanting them lamps.
Y'all know they got them lamps in Target. But the girl that furnished her whole house. If anybody looks at that video, please tell me you seen the girl. She had 3 rugs. Then she looked
A
like
mirror.
she had so much.
She was shopping.
Forgot something and she ran back.
She had a shopping cart full of home decor, not food, not underwear, bras, socks. She had a full cart of home decor items.
She was like you know how you be like, ooh, there's a rug at Target I want. They have a desk I'd like to get. I'm gonna put it in my little house fund. Oh, yes. She was like, open my.
Yes, I'm gonna put this in the living room. I'm gonna get a carpet for downstairs. Like
she already knew what she wanted because she got them rugs. I mean, she was shopping.
Crazy.
She was legit shopping.
Like your people was in the toy aisle with Nerf guns.
It's just
I mean, you gotta get your baby some, right? Like if you go loot somewhere, you go loot rugs and mirrors. At least I could do is get Dylan like a
if
Nerf.
You gonna loot,
right?
He had like 3 Nerf guns. It was it's crazy. It is just absolutely crazy.
They tore that Target up.
But then they broke into the Planet Fitness. I did not. Them people tore the Planet Fitness up. You hear me? Tore it up. So all the weights out of there. People was trying to steal equipment. Somebody took a bench press and was trying to drag it out. It was crazy.
But the funniest part was that man in there still on the treadmill.
With his mask on. He was like, I'm gonna get my cardio in. I done paid my membership.
my $9.99 a month. Isn't that the place that's like
I've been dying?
Yes, yeah. It's like $10 a month. He's like, look, I done paid my membership.
He probably some kind of step challenge at the people at his office. He was like, oh no, we're not gonna do this because of this.
Man, I said, what in the world?
Oh my gosh. You just gotta find some type of humor in the like this whole
it's crazy.
Like insane situation that's happening, like between having a quarantine, Black people dying like at disproportionate rates, and then all these videos coming out, and it's just been insane this week. So
yeah.
You gotta find something to just kind of like chuckle at.
Yeah.
You absolutely do.
All right, Andrea.
Anything else? All right, well, we appreciate y'all listening. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or wherever else you're listening, we hope you guys are tuning into YouTube so you can see us for what it's worth. At some point, I will have luxurious hair again. Until then, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Try to stop recording. Oh, there we go.